John's Adventures at Yellowstone Park, written by Joanne M. Dickinson, illustrated by Daniel Wardolski. John and his family are leaving bright and early for Yellowstone Park for a new adventure. The family can't wait to get there and learn everything there is to know about the park. Each of them has chosen a few favorite sites they want to see. John wants to become a junior ranger, and Dad wants to visit the Grand Canyon of Yellowstone. Mom is interested in exploring Grand Prismatic Springs and Old Faithful, and John's sister Emma wants to see the volcanic mud pots bubble, hiss, and boil. John tells his dad, "We'll need to ask the park ranger how I can become a junior ranger." His dad responds, "Okay, when we arrive, we'll ask them for all the details." After Dad stops at the park entrance, John peers out the window, telling the park ranger, "Today, I'm going to become a junior ranger in Yellowstone Park." The park ranger hands John a map and a pamphlet about the Junior Ranger program. Dad announces our first stop is the fountain paint pots. It's where we'll see artist paint pots, mud pots, and fumaroles, which are also called steam vents. He continues, "Did you know they're the hottest place in the park? Their temperatures are hotter than boiling water. Geysers explode with steam and hot water." How do I know all this? I've been watching videos about it on the internet. As they arrive, John jumps out and runs down the boardwalk, stopping near a small pot of mud that is bubbling and hissing. Dad shouts, "Wait for us," as the roaring sound gets louder. Dad explains the hissing is caused by gases including steam, carbon dioxide, and a little hydrogen sulfide. Those gases rush up from under the earth through the open vents. The boiling mud looks so exciting that Emma says, "It looks like thick chocolate milk, but I would never want to drink it." As they head back to the RV, Mom declares, "Our next stop will be the Grand Prismatic Springs, Yellowstone's largest hot springs. They are the most visited hydrothermal feature in the park." When they get there, Mom shows John and Emma how the beautiful bright colors and the turquoise blue water glistens in the sun. She reminds the kids that the water is extremely hot, so they should always stay on the boardwalk. The water travels 120 feet from a crack in the earth to reach the surface of the spring. Mom asks, "Did you know this is the third largest spring in the world?" The Grand Prismatic is 370 feet in diameter, 360 feet long, and 160 feet wide. The hot spring has bright bands of orange, yellow, and green rings in its deep waters. The multicolored layers get their hues from the different species of thermophilic, heat-loving bacteria living in the progressively cooler water around the spring. John asks his dad, "When will we get to Old Faithful? That's where I go to become a junior ranger." Dad reassures him, "It's our next stop. Did you know it's the most active volcano located right below our feet? It may not be the largest, but it's known to be the most active. And do you know what makes it so active? Water percolates through hot fractured rocks." On the way to Old Faithful, John and his sister spot a bison nearby. Pointing through the window, they each declare, "That's the largest animal I have ever seen." Dad reminds them many wild animals live in the park, including brown bears, grizzly bears, elk, pronghorn moose, and bighorn sheep. We need to stay mindful of the dangers they pose. Soon they arrive at the Upper Geyser Basin, where Old Faithful is located. It's where John becomes a junior ranger, having completed all the listed activities. First, he visited with a ranger. Second, he hiked on a park trail or boardwalk. Third, he completed the activities in the booklet to learn about park resources, crucial issues, and concepts like hydrothermal geology, wildlife, and fire ecology. "Look," shouts John, "I've received my badge and now I'm a junior ranger." Mom and Dad are really proud of John because of his commitment to becoming a junior ranger and reaching his goals so quickly. After they leave Old Faithful, Dad calls out, "Finally, here's the site I've been waiting for, Grand Canyon of Yellowstone. I've read that the area is better known as the Upper and Lower Falls. Let's go take a look at the amazing views." Together, the family hike up to the top of the falls, looking across the ravine to the other side. Emma points and exclaims, "Look, way over there, I see another waterfall. The people look as tiny as ants." Dad exclaims, "That's Artist Point, also called the Lower Falls. We will see that view of the waterfall next." As they start hiking down to the lower falls, John and his sister peer over the edge of the rock wall. John can't believe how steep the waterfall is. He's amazed at the beautiful rainbow he sees at the bottom. It has been a very full and exciting day. The family has enjoyed visiting Yellowstone Park wonders. They have been fascinated by all the sights and plan to visit the upper loop of Yellowstone Park tomorrow. They can hardly wait. The author has also included geography and size by the numbers.